Cloud Chronicles. I'm your host, Ja Blaze, man. Cloud Chronicles is your official podcast for Freeway Records, man. Y'all check us out. Tap in. We got promo deals for you. We can get your business going, pipe up your podcast, pipe up your show. Whatever you want, man. Tap in, man. Shout out to Freeway Rick. Listen, man. You know the guy below me, or it'll be to the side of me, I guess, when we watch this.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be to the side. Man's been on BET. If you are a comedy fan, you know who he is. I've seen him several times on Comic View, BET, all that stuff, man. So we got to talk about that, man. He's been everywhere. He's still doing his thing, man. A veteran, a tenured veteran in the comedic game. So definitely want to talk about the longevity, how he's maintained that and everything. I want everybody to welcome to the show for the first time, comedian Shang.
Yeah.
In the building.
Yeah. I know we don't have the special effects, so we just said, yeah, the hell with it. We just do it up now.
I'm on my computer. Usually I'm on my computer and I got it.
Yeah, I know, man. I've been doing it for a while. I'm lucky. I haven't had a day job in 28 years. So what does that tell y'all? And no, I wasn't stripping at old folks' homes. I was making money doing comedy. So all you people that don't understand, if you're not Kevin Hart, or if you're not Mike Epps, you're not that level, doesn't mean that you ain't getting the bag. So I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
Hey, man.
You got to put the Denzel Washington finger.
You got to hit that finger across the finger. Yeah.
So yeah, man, I've been at it for a while. I know the social media game is the way you do it now. This cast is funny as a bag of dead babies, but they got a lot of followers, so they can outdraw me because they did a little funny dance on TikTok and it went viral. Don't mean you funnier than me. Yeah, so like I challenge a lot of you little TikTok comics. You don't want none of this smoke. You don't want to follow you can't follow me in a car, let alone on stage. You silly bitches.
You peasants.
You peasants. Y'all ain't got 10 minutes of material. You can't even flip your set.
It's a big difference.
I know when I see you in these streets, Happy New Year. Hands.
Yeah. I mean, it's a big difference, man. I recently started maybe like, what has it been? September? Not September. Yeah, about September, man. I started doing stand-up. I got on stage.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm doing the open mic things. I've done one show. I've gotten one show under my belt.
How do you like it? That's the main thing.
I like it.
Then stick with it.
I do like it. I knew I had a lot of people telling me I was funny. But I knew that I had a lot of respect for the craft before I started doing it. I was like, that shit ain't as easy. It ain't just about being funny. Like, it's a lot of funny people. Like, Bill at your office is funny.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He can't get up on stage. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference between comedic stage funny and conversation every day. Oh, that's the funny guy at work. Like, it's a big difference, man. But I'm liking it, man. I'm learning. You know, watching film like Kobe. You know what I'm saying? So,
get on stage. You got to understand black comedy, not because you got to separate it because it is black comedy and white comedy. Unfortunately, that's the way the business treats us. We're 2% of the business yet. We bring in $9.6 billion. So for somebody to say that we're not viable, you know what? If I could load a gun with dicks, I would shoot them in the face with a dicks. Because they're wrong. I mean, they're wrong. I mean, I know that hopefully you stick with it and get as much. I'm going to tell any new comic, stage time.
Okay.
Get up on stage as much as possible because it gets you into a rhythm. And it's like a comedy muscle. So you keep getting better and better and better. I see some people say, no, I don't have to get on stage. I'm like, yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You kind of do.
Yeah. That was one of the first things I did, man. One of my homeboys, man, shout out to Rich Morgan, man. He tapped me in with all the open mic dates in places and like a fucking spreadsheet. I was like, and what's so crazy is I had been looking for this information before, and I was able to find one place on there. And
that was it?
It was like 28 of them motherfuckers.
Yeah,
And I'm in Google, like open mic nights in Arlington. How we doing? Hey Sherry, how you doing? Appreciate you. Afternoon.
Hey, what's up?
Thank
But
you for
no,
tuning in.
you're right. I think that there's tons of open mics. You want to get. When I in New York, I used to do 6 a night. I used to go literally 6
Damn.
different places in the night, and then I noticed I got stronger faster than some of the other comics because I didn't have no kid. It was just me. I'm struggling, but I was like, yo, I'm gonna really do this. And I've noticed each time I would do a set, the shit would get stronger. So after like about 6 months, people are like, man, how long you been doing this? I said 6 months, and they're like, well, how many sets you do? I said, I don't know, man, in a week.
Yeah.
Because if you get, but they only get 3 minutes. So the thing
Right.
is, but I was killing it in the 3 minutes after a while, and then I got better and better and better, and then I could see, oh shit, I could do 6 minutes, and then 10, and then when I was up into the 20 range, I was like, yo, all those reps, I call them comedy reps. It's
Yeah,
comedy
I call it
reps,
the
but
same thing. It's reps.
you call it
It's
the
reps.
same thing?
It's the same
See,
thing.
yeah. So they worked for me, and then I wasn't making no money, but
Right.
comics were like, yo, this dude's putting in work. He's out there.
That's how you got to do it at first, though.
Right. And you know what? I watched this thing. You know what made me like that comedy wise even now? Have you ever seen, rest in peace, Kobe? Now, Kobe, you got to admit, was one of the best. I see people hate on this. Kobe is
Hey,
one of the
man,
best
that's
basketball
literally
players
my
ever.
favorite basketball player. So
Okay, cool. See, thank you. And some
don't
people
even.
are like, no, you can't. What about Jordan? I'm going, you can't sleep on Kobe. So, but if you look at Kobe, this motherfucker was up 5 in the morning at the All-Star game practicing and working out and doing all that stuff, and he's already Kobe.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if Kobe can do this and he's already Kobe, what do I need to do?
Yeah.
So I equated it to comedy, and then I look at Kevin Hart, who right now that's who I look at, who has an incredible work ethic. Like he literally gets on stage and works his shit constantly. Chris Rock was at the comedy. Now, how big is Chris Rock? Chris is one of the biggest, to me, one of the biggest comics out there.
Right.
He's up at the comedy store in the little room with a notepad working on his shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's rich enough to buy short people to hand him shit off the ground. I
Right.
mean, but he's still doing it. So, I haven't made it to the level I want, but I got luckily, like with a lot of the comics in my business, they know what it is. I got respect with that, and I'm luckily I can, pay enough money to buy as many prostitutes as I want in a week.
Ah!
I buy so many because I ain't got no game, man. I'm a little too harsh, so I ain't got no game. So I just figured I'll pay for pussy. Why not? Why not? And for the people in the feed,
Hey, you
my
doing it one way or
Instagram.
another.
Now, in my Instagram, if you want to inbox me some links to where I can find a plethora of punani, I'm kidding.
Send
Don't
the
do that.
coupons.
Yes, send the coochie coupon. But no, and follow me on Instagram. All you people in this feed, I swear to God, if you don't, no, it's comedian Shang, SHA, and I'm the one with the blue check because
Yeah,
there's
he blue
another
check.
dude.
He blue check.
There's another dude that made one that's my face, but it ain't me. And he's been
Why do
sending
people
dick
do that?
pics.
That's so weird.
He's been sending dick pics to women, and then women hit me and say, "What did you do
Oh
that for?" I'm
no, that's even worse.
like,
I
"Okay,
thought he
didn't
was
you?"
just clout chasing, trying
No,
to get your
no, it
likes
was
and everything. No,
good. And so I've been apologizing to people, and then I go, "That's not me. This is me." So, but make sure you follow me because I noticed like if you look at some of the comics, the biggest comics, it's not only like DC Young Fly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think DC Young Fly is one of the bigger touring.
Right,
Um,
right.
Carlos Miller, a lot of
Yeah, that
those
whole
guys,
85 South team, man, they were a
they're killing
huge,
it.
huge
And
inspiration for my show, bro.
yeah,
Like
and
I
they're
was
killing it. And part of it is their social media.
oh
And
yeah,
they funny too. But they social media really does it. If you look at Michael Blackson, he got 5.6 million people. Michael
right. He's
Blackson,
hilarious, yeah.
part of it is his funny, but the bulk of it is his social media. So that's
Mm-hmm.
why I ask people on the feed if anybody's watching by chance, even if it's a couple of y'all, follow me on the gram at comedian Shang. And then my website is iamshang.com. has all my dates coming up. Luckily, I got some good dates coming up. Got some good theater dates. I'm starting to do theaters, man. It's
So
crazy.
you theaters now, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I still do comedy clubs because I
Yeah,
ain't
yeah. But
balling
hey, a
like that.
theater is a little bit bigger.
But I'm doing theaters. I headlined, and since September, I headlined 8, and I
Mm.
sold out 6 of them.
What place did you do a show at, or were you on the lineup with when you were like, oh shit, that's my fucking woo, woo, woo. You weren't, you weren't nervous about you. You was just like, that's that's
Yeah.
I'm on here with him. I'm here.
Cat Williams. I think Cat
Oh yeah.
Williams.
Wow. Yeah, definitely.
Um, Cat Williams once, and I'd say Eddie Murphy, Cat Williams, and I know it sounds like,
Ooh.
yeah, I mean, like stuff like that. He just came on stage. He didn't do no jokes, but just the
Eduardo
fact that,
Murphy.
and yes. So yeah, I mean, but Cat went up. But I followed like in LA. I'm in LA now, so in LA, there's so many hitters, and they'll be like, "Okay,
Yeah.
look, it's going to be Dan Cook, and then Joe Coy, and then you and Shang. You go up. So you got to get used to that. So now I don't
Right.
even flinch. I don't even flinch. I go,
Yeah. What?
and you try to like since they don't know me as much as they're more popular than me.
Mm,
It makes you want to make a dent in the audience where they go, I don't know who that light skinned weird looking dude was, but
right.
he ripped that bitch.
He was
And that's what
funny.
I've been doing lately. Just been like showing and proving.
Um. So man, tell me about the BET days, man, because I watch a lot of I watch a lot of podcasts, man, and I watch a lot of comedians on podcasts. That's not only do I watch, people, I watch your set, but like if you're doing an interview on a podcast, I'm gonna watch because gems are gonna be dropped. So
Right.
I'm gonna watch, and so I want to know, man, like give some gems for some young comics. Um, just starting out. Also, too, I want to say you started in New York, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So probably other than Atlanta, that's gladiator school for comedy, man. Because
It
I feel
is.
like you could catch a wrench up in New York.
I just want, hey everybody, good evening. Oh, you
Yeah,
motherfucker. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Tell me about that, man. When you first started off them open mic nights, bro, like up there in
Open
New York,
mics.
like woo.
You know what? I wish I
This the
had
'90s,
some.
right?
Huh? Yeah,
This the '90s.
yeah.
Oh my God,
No,
yeah.
it was rough for some people. It wasn't as rough for me. It wasn't as rough for me because I had some other activities that was doing pretty well. See, am I
Okay,
saying
I
it right?
understand. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I mean, I
okay.
figured it can't be worse than the other activities. And also, I used to do security for some people, and you saw some horrendous shit. And I
Yeah.
thought, well, comedy can't be more dangerous than this shit
I
that
mean,
I'm
as
dealing
far as
with.
like the crowds in the clubs, though, because
Oh
I
yeah,
know.
somebody heckled me. I had a gun pulled on me. I had all kind of shit
Okay, yeah,
twice.
goddamn,
All you comics, imagine this. I had a gun pulled on me twice.
damn.
Once because the dude wanted me to get off stage and he felt like, yo, man, yo, you ain't funny, dude. And I was like, yo, man, fuck that. And then he's like, how about fuck this? And I was like, you know what, you right. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what I was doing. I shouldn't even got out the bed today.
You know what? I mean, I hope you and your family have a beautiful evening. And I got off stage. The other dude was heckling his woman was heckling me, and
Mm.
this bitch didn't have no 2 front teeth here.
Oh no,
So
no,
I just, yeah, you can't heckle me and not have these
no,
2 fronts.
no.
So I started killing her. I'm
Yeah,
like calling her a jack-o'-lantern, put a candle in your mouth, bitch, all
yeah.
kind of stuff. And then her man came from the bathroom with his gun sideways and said, "Did you call my hoe a bitch?" And I was like, "Wait a minute, you just called your hoe a bitch." And then he had the gun on me, and another comic who was strapped, Brandon, had to bring his gun, walk me off stage, and walk me down the steps so I could get out of there.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's
So I
crazy.
mean, and that was me, and that was me going, okay, this is not what I thought. I was in some real hood rooms. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, like two
yeah.
gun minimum to get in hood rooms. So like thug life. Like you walk in and all you hear is da 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 da. Like it was just thug-tastic. And the women had tattoos on their titties and matched their eye tattoo. It was just crazy. But then I started going to do more, better clubs. I'm gonna keep it real, better clubs. And I
Right.
noticed the stuff I did in the hood rooms would destroy in the more mainstream rooms and was harder for me to connect it. And plus, I was a political comic. I was like a Paul Mooney style, or
Mm-hmm.
for the people that don't know Paul Mooney, look him up.
Goat.
Um,
One of the
Dick
goats.
Gregory. Those are the people that I opened for. There was a white comic out of Texas named Bill Hicks.
Hey
I,
man,
and then
I'm out of Texas. I'm in Texas. That's where I'm at. So
Okay, so then the looking Bill Hicks, and there was
mm,
comics that like George Carlin that said something. So I was
yeah,
always about that. And some black audience didn't want to hear that. They still want to hear about pussy juice. How many people like pussy juice? And
yeah,
then that was what was winning. And then you see Chris Tucker do a cockroach joke and get $1 million deal. And I'm up there talking about the black economy.
yeah.
So, for me, but then I just kept grinding and grinding, and people were like, because I was still getting laughs. I could see if I wasn't getting no laughs,
Right,
but
right.
I was getting laughs. But they was like, man, nobody want to talk about all that lift up the community shit, bitch.
Yeah,
Hey
yeah,
man, what about these hoes? Fuck them.
yeah. That's true.
And so
Hey, they promote what they want to promote. It's the
they
same way with the
promote that.
music.
Yeah,
What
that's
they
what
want
they
to hear.
want.
That yeah, you better be. It better be two bodies and at least a kilo sold before the first hook, or we can't put it on the radio, or we cannot put it on the
Before the
radio.
first one,
And before the
that ain't
first
even
hook,
the second one.
I got to
Yeah,
have at least four major felonies before the
at
chorus.
least four.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I mean, but I just kept grinding, and then some bookers would still book me, and some people, Bert Smooth, got named Bert Smooth, comic named Talent. I don't
I
know if
remember
y'all,
him. I
a
remember him.
comic named
Yeah.
Talent used to book me on shows. Rob Stapleton, a lot of
There's
cats.
so many comedians that you were in that in your and like in, I want to say in your era, but
That's
when
my era. Yeah, I'm old.
I mean
Yeah,
okay, well that's your in your era, man. That the social media wasn't there,
yeah.
so
You had to
if
just be a
you weren't
beast.
watching or you didn't have them tapes, it's a lot of talent, man. Boy, I forgot
Funny as
about him,
hell.
man.
Talent. I can keep naming cats, but
There's a
like,
lot.
and then Comic View. I did Def Jam and Comic View, and
Hmm.
those changed. Like literally, when I say change things for me,
Yes.
because I went on the first season. I was on the first show of the new season of Def Jam. I was supposed to go up second, and then Paul Mooney was like, "Put the angry yellow nigga up last." Okay, he's an angry yellow nigga, and I want to go up now. And that's it, nigga. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. And they put me up, and I had to follow all these beasts. And I killed. But I also
Uh,
invited 122 people. I had
man,
122 people show up.
hey, man, Paul
All
Mooney, bro.
money.
Getting to work
I,
with him, that's
man,
I couldn't
it was
imagine that.
awesome. He would school me and tell me to stay focused. Dick Gregory would always cuss me out.
No,
And
I was just about to go there. I swear I was just about to say, did you ever get to sit down and
oh
have
man,
conversation?
man,
Oh
we're on
man, that's
airplanes. We getting on
crazy.
airplanes together, and he would have newspapers. He would read newspapers constantly,
Oh
and he
man,
would
I
tell
know
me,
he was cussing you out with that
"Cuss
good
me out."
knowledge.
That last joke. That's what you gonna do? And he would do that in my face. I was like, "Look, oh, I didn't. You could when you're young. I'm like, look, old man, I'll beat the brakes off you.
Yeah.
You better back up off me."
Now you
Because I didn't.
understand a little bit better.
But now I'll be like, yeah, yeah. Now I've been. But then I was like, hey man, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to do these jokes. And
Yeah.
why you book me then? Obviously, why'd you book me with you then? You could have said, no, don't book me. But no, but he was cool. He
He
he,
was
he gave
trying to
me,
just sharpen you up.
yeah, he was sharpening the tool. Yeah, I mean, but when young me was like, man, I'll fight you. I'll fight
Yeah.
everybody. But I also used to want to fight hecklers. I was stupid. My
Oh
I
yeah.
came from I was with a bunch of grimy ass niggas.
Yeah,
So
so it's kind of hard to turn that shit off
turn
when
it
you get
off.
disrespected.
Right. In fact, when I did the Apollo, I saved Steve Harvey's life.
What?
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this on here. I on the YouTube. It's true. I was with two of my friends that are straight killers. I
Mm.
mean, they killers, and they like go to parties to start fights. They were out of their mind. I'm coming in to tape. Steve Harvey was rude to somebody. not to us. They
Mm-hmm.
saw him be rude to somebody. It was
And that
like,
was
yo,
enough.
that was
That was
enough.
enough.
They said, yeah, let's wait till after the show. And then when he come outside, we gonna curb stomp his face and knock his toupee off. Like, dude, let me tape the show first. And I had to talk them out of it. They like, yo, fuck that nigga. He's, he corny ass suit, skittle colored suit. They was talking mad shit about him, and
Yeah.
they was waiting. And I
Yeah.
was like, and I had to go tell them, well, y'all go to a party or something. What's wrong with y'all? I had to distance myself from them after a while because I started making some headways in the comedy. And
Right.
one of the clubs said, man, you can't come in here with these dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
they would heckle other comics, but they
Oh
wouldn't
yeah,
heckle them in a
you gotta
funny
chill
way.
out all that. Your
Yeah,
entourage
they
got to be
wouldn't.
calm.
Yep. They would heckle not in a funny way, like, yo,
I know
fuck
what you
you,
mean.
dude. Like
Yeah,
that.
like it's New York funny,
Yeah.
but to other people, they just oh shit.
Right. No, the audience would be freaked out. So
Yeah.
I've had that happen. I had some dude I was in Jersey do that to me, but
Mm-hmm.
I just rolled off with it. And then I learned how to deal with hecklers, how to shift gears, how to make them part of the show, make them like almost your friend. And then if a joke didn't work, I would agree with them and they'd be like, yeah, all right, all right, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, yeah, that one sucked. That was horrible. But I mean, I've worked I'm so on it that I rarely have bad sets. And I know that
Right.
sounds crazy because I really do put the work in. And
No,
that's
man, you've
just
been
like
doing it for what? How 28?
20,
Yeah, but yeah,
20,
man.
yeah. Yeah, no. So now it's like hard for me to have a bad set because I know how to kick it in, change gears. Somebody
Mhm.
heckle me, deal with them, go
Right.
back to a bit. I know how to back and forth, but man, there's so many good comics. I'm a fan of a lot of comics. I'm a fan of young comics
Mhm.
because they're the future um, of people I think is really funny. But I think that it's like to be honest with y'all, you still got to get the OGs props. The people that like Chappelle. I thought Chappelle had one of the best sets I seen on Saturday Night Live.
Oh my God, that was hilarious. It was funny.
You saw it? Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yes. Yeah, I
Yeah,
had to watch that.
he
I
did
don't
his
even
thing.
really watch the show like that. I don't.
You
I
don't even,
don't.
yeah, you
I'll
don't
catch.
really?
I really don't. Not as much as I used to. Not as much. But I'll still. What I'll do is I'll catch the clips on YouTube because I follow
I
their
followed.
YouTube page.
That's what I did.
So when I see like certain stuff, I'm like, okay, yeah, let me go and watch
Chris
that.
Rock had a great set on there.
Yep.
Um, Bill Burr had a great
I was
set.
about to say if you don't say Bill Burr, because he
Bill
killed that
Burr,
shit.
but Chappelle killed it, and
Yeah.
so those are OGs. Those
Mm-hmm.
are OGs to me, and I'm an OG. So,
No, you're
um,
triple OG now, bro. You triple OG.
yeah,
Triple,
I'm triple OG, and
you triple OG.
so that means they quadruple OGs because they was
Yeah.
doing it before me. So I think that when you look at the comics and the fact you're gonna do it, man, go for that shit, man. You got one
Mm-hmm.
life, and if it make you feel good and you like making people laugh, fuck that, man. I see people say, like people used to tell me, "Are you sure you want to do this for a living?" I I sure don't want to keep doing security for drug dealers.
Oh my God. Or any. I mean, there's nothing wrong. Like if there are people out there and they're cool with doing that, hey, more power to you.
Yeah, I just don't
I'm
want to
not
do
one of those people that I
it.
want. I'm not. I've tried it. I've done it. I've had it all taken away, and I'm like, never again.
Never again. There you
Never
go.
again. I mean, it's like it don't pay off being that company man
Yeah.
because you're replaceable. Like
Oh
like
no, man,
you're.
check it. What made me go straight comedy? Because I worked on the docks, and then I also did security. I would do security
Mhm.
from midnight till 5 on certain nights, and then I did drug, Purina Puppy Chow, where we would load the bags. So it
The
was good
trucks,
for me
yeah.
because it wasn't until midnight. So I would do comedy until then, change clothes, go to the place, work till the morning, go to sleep, get up, write jokes, hang out with comics, go back and do sets, do it over and over again. But the security, the reason I stopped, this dude named Shadow, the motherfucker, man, I didn't know he was that into it. I didn't know, like, I didn't pay attention to that. My thing was make sure that these people are safe, and that's it. And man, we dropped him off New Year's Eve, and they called me in the morning and said these motherfuckers painted the building with him. They shotgunned him to the point where he was literally everywhere. And I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna just go full comedy.
Wow.
And that
Yeah.
was my, I mean, I wanted to do it anyway, but that was the deciding factor going,
Yeah.
that could have been us if we would have went upstairs in the elevator with him. You know what? I think I'm gonna just stick with the jokes. I ain't never heard nobody getting shotgunned at the comedy show.
Because
So
believe me, when they pull up, they wasn't like everybody else, but this man, please move to the side.
you know what? He's really funny. Let him go.
Yeah.
And I had about when I stopped working for him, I didn't stop working for him. he, he, he pretty much he
Yeah.
stopped. Yeah, that wasn't it. But
He
no,
said, yeah, that wasn't
I said that
it.
when I stopped working for him. No, his heart stopped working when the bullets hit him. I no, I got really into comedy. I really started getting into comedy, and luckily there was a place called the Boston. And then when I moved to LA, I was already kind of established enough. I'd already did Def Jam. I already did Comic View. I used to fly out Comic View and lose money because Comic View used to pay $125, and I would pay for the flight because I figured the visibility would be worth it, right? And so I kept doing that. Then I won the comedy contest where you get a half-hour special, and that's when I said, "Yo!" And then also my son, I had a son, and then his mom was from Cali, and I was like, I want to be next to him. So I had a whole bunch of other factors that made me want to be in LA. It wasn't just I want to be in LA, but I'm telling you, man. Even I give you an example. You're in Texas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Texas, man. The crowds in Dallas. Addison. I'm sorry, Addison,
Mm-hmm.
Arlington. I worked. I forget. I mean, I've done Dallas a
Fort
lot.
Worth. Fort Worth is good.
Fort Worth is real good. Hyenas. I used to do
That's where I
hyenas.
did my first set.
Are you serious?
Yep.
I just said that randomly. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, Hyenas. Thursday nights they do
The
open mic.
hyenas.
I did
I
my
used to
first.
do hyenas. I used to do hyenas. Um, Randy Butler, who now says, "Oh, you're a little too dirty for my show." I'm like, really, you cunt? Really, really?
Oh
Is that what?
shit! Not no more.
Yeah, it's like, come on, Randy.
Boy,
Come
they
on,
up
stop
there.
playing.
Man.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't trip on it. But the bottom line, because right now I'm in a good position, and I've been in a good position for other. Even though the pandemic was a fuck fest, and a
Mm-hmm.
lot of comics had a hard time. I did a special, and I had a couple of things come out where even though everybody was gone from doing shows, I was getting money from that. So and if y'all get a chance, if you got Amazon or Apple TV or Tubi, I got a special on there called Shang and Shangri that I'm one of the producers on it. Me and my a brother named Nazi edited it in my kitchen. This is
Nice.
how thug like. But when you see it, y'all be like, "You what?" When
I'm
you
gonna
see
check
it, you
that
be like,
out, man. I didn't know you had that on there. I'm gonna check
"Yeah,
that
it's
out,
called
man, for
Shang and
today.
Shangri." If you got Amazon or
Mhm.
Apple or Tubi, if you got Tubi, you
I
can
got
watch it for
Tubi.
free. Yeah, you
I
can watch it
also
free.
have a Fire Stick that knows
So
how
you
to
can watch
move
all that shit.
around. You know what
Yes.
I'm
So,
saying? You know what I'm
so
saying?
so
He wanted it.
you probably saw Avatar early.
I actually did get to see it the day it came out from the
No,
comforts
okay.
of my own home.
Yeah, that movie was way too long.
Now let me tell you why I'm happy I did that though. Exactly what you said. I had to break that bitch down into three pieces,
It
three of them.
was long. Yeah,
Hour and a half.
it was too
God
long,
damn.
man. It was too long. But
That's the
I
way of the
mean,
films now, bro. You're not getting the hour and a half. You remember with like 90s,
yeah.
2000s, hour and a half, 2 hours. 2.5 was unfucking real. 2.5 is the minimum now. You get
But
everything is
now,
free.
yeah, Black Panther was really long. They were really long.
Two
I'm
and a
not with
half. It
that.
was 2.5, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, but I
Like that's
mean,
all the films.
and I hope that you keep, again, I'm gonna say this because with my background, I'm incredibly lucky. Even though I haven't hit the stride I want, I'm incredibly lucky that I'm still doing comedy and people still booking me. Um, I was kind of a psycho a little when I first started, and the fact that I kind of got over that hump. When I mean
Mhm.
as a man, I was kind of a. I think it's because I'm light skinned. I would be like do hard shit to
Yeah, because
overcompensate.
you get that stereotype is real, man.
Right.
That's
And I'm not
black
a
people gotta
like I'm
stop
a
doing that
big
to each
dude.
other, man. You gotta stop doing
Yeah.
that to each other.
Yeah, but
Because
I
if
mean, I'm a big dude, and I knew I could fight, so I would do extra hard shit to overcompensate. Yeah,
yeah,
he's
there
like,
it
hey,
is.
you light skinned nigga. Yeah, but I just knocked you out with a light skinned knuckle, bitch.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so I was like that. Like I was always ready to go. And I
yeah.
think it was like the people I was around. And I noticed as soon as I wasn't around them as much, and as soon as I was around some nice shit, I was like, you know what? I like the nice stuff. I
I'm
like
not
these nice.
angry anymore.
And then, yeah, look
I'm
at
not
that.
angry.
This comedy club actually has lighting. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like I started working the comic strip. I
Hmm.
worked Dangerfields. This is old school. Back in the day, it's a comedy club called Dangerfields, named after Rodney Dangerfield. I did the Catcher as a Star, and a guy Louis Ferranda would book me and was like, "You got a future in this, Boobala." He would tell me, "I like what you're doing. I like what you're doing. You
Yeah,
don't give a shit. You say the craziest shit I've ever heard, but you know what? The people like you." And
yeah,
so, I mean, by doing that, and then Comic View helped me a lot with the
yeah,
black audience. And then I did Comedy Central, which is a white audience.
yeah.
That's the white folks. I mean, they white, like YT, white,
I've watched
white,
that.
white.
What's that thing they drop? They do them little things with all the comedians. It's like their version of Comic View,
Yeah, pretty
where
much. Yeah, they
they're you're
did.
surrounded by people in a bar.
Yeah,
One,
they
you know,
did it. That was
yeah.
a bite.
No, no, no.
Yeah,
It's funny. I've watched all of them. I watched the clips on YouTube and everything. It's
yeah,
funny. I
yeah.
just was like, I look at the crowd and I'm like, yeah, you better. You can't. If you don't know how to be in a diverse room, that's not. You're not gonna make it on
You
that
ain't gonna
comedy.
do it right
Yeah,
now.
Comedy Central.
But now I do both. I mean, I can do whatever crowd, but I'm saying right now, um, I'm going after Netflix because my Amazon special is at 937,000 views.
Damn.
That means that if I get to a million, I can use that million to go to Netflix and go, yo, what's up? I hit a million. You know what I'm saying? So
The special will be
um
coming soon.
yeah, so I mean I'm working on that and and the main thing is I see what happened with Earthquake. Earthquake's a friend of mine, and Earthquake's Netflix special changed the perception of him completely, I think. Even though he was a killer before that,
He was. He
something
was. He one of my
he was
favorites.
a killer,
He's
right?
hilarious. Yes.
Netflix changes the perception of people of you. Even though I think social media is bigger, YouTube's bigger. Um, if you get it popping on TikTok, that makes you bigger. But Netflix will get you in the game. So that's my plan for 2023 is go
Hmm.
hard in the paint after Netflix. And if not Netflix, HBO Max. HBO
Yeah.
Max. But HBO don't, I'm telling you, more people I think talk about. I mean, you tell me, don't you think I was arguing with some comic about this shit. Don't you think Netflix got a little bit more like I don't know, seem a little bit more like oh shit, you've been on Netflix? I've been on Netflix.
Well, because Netflix is hotter right now because they're
Yeah,
dropping, they're doing all their own projects, having their own studio, is what's kind of like, oh, okay, so Netflix got their own movies. Netflix is doing their not only just specials, but you know what I'm saying. So
right.
I think if you're talking about from a comics perspective, yeah, both are good, but I think definitely like right now, if you say I got a Netflix special, I think it kind of holds a little bit. You know what I'm
More
saying? Maybe
weight.
maybe
Oh, okay. I think okay. I wanted to see what your opinion was because Amazon for me, the reason I went after Amazon because I saw Eddie Murphy sign with Amazon,
Mhm.
Michael B. Jordan did a movie with Amazon. I started seeing all these people,
Yeah,
black
it was a
folks.
lot of big people. Yeah.
And so when I saw some black folks going over there, I said, well, maybe that's the move. Because Netflix, we sent the trailer, they loved the trailer, but never got back to me.
Hmm.
And then Amazon got back to us, was like, yeah, we'll fuck with you. And they did give me a nice platform. So and the money wasn't wasn't bad.
Right.
All right, so my thing was the visibility. So when you watch the special, you got all right. If anybody watches a special on Amazon or Tubi or whatever, you'll see that I wanted to let people know you can produce your own shit and it can be quality.
Hmm.
You can make it look like a real special. And we
Yeah.
did it in New York in front of we did two shows, 2,500 people a show. So 5,000 people came out in one night. And a lot
Yeah.
of your people that are watching this, might not know, because again, people feel like if I don't know you, nobody knows you.
Yeah,
And
it's
that's
not like that, man. There's so many people in the world.
there's so many one, right. A lot of people didn't know who 50 Cent was. And check this out. When you didn't know who he was, even then he was gold. He was already
Yeah,
gold.
yeah, yeah.
There's rappers that
Worldwide.
what? But there's a rapper out of Texas that got at least 15 million views. Toby Inglewood.
Oh yeah, he's phenomenal. Yeah, yeah.
Huge on YouTube.
Phenomenal
There's
artist.
a dude out here. There's a couple rappers out here. Millions and millions of views, selling records, doing stuff. So
Independent.
yeah, so that's what I want to see. Like right now, I'm in the machine a little bit, but I'm still outside the machine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying I hope that happens for you. I hope that you just build up, build up. You start being the murderer on stage in Texas, and it just permeates everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I always wish for. And I'm kind of just a little racist, but I do root for black folks. Even though I'm a high yellow nigga, I really do root for black folks to win more. Like, so that's why I know, like, if I
I know
watch
what you mean.
boxing,
It sounds bad coming out, but it's like I
it
don't
kind of
mean
sounds
it
bad
like
coming
that.
out, but I don't want white people to have
Yeah,
horrible time. But I do want black people because we so much bullshit we get. I really do want to see like you win. Like
yeah,
I don't watch comics and go, I hope he bombs. I watch comics go, man, I hope he kills because I ain't in your lane. My lane is my lane. I don't worry about other motherfuckers and like, oh man, I can't believe he got that deal. I don't give a shit. That wasn't for me.
mm,
I go after my shit is my shit. And if I haven't made it to this point, and I know the reasons I haven't made it to this point, I pissed off some of the wrong people sometimes because they talk to you funny style. They act like you ain't a man. Some of these industry motherfuckers act like you ain't a man first. I was in um, 20th Century's office. They were gonna sign me to a deal. I ended up getting signed to a deal anyway. And he's talking to me and he said, "But look at you." And I was in a suit. It wasn't like I came there like
right.
thugged out or some shit and said, "Well, look at you. You wouldn't know anything about that." And I'm
Ooh.
like, "You mean the contract?" Yeah, I said, "You mean the contract?"
Yeah,
Yeah, paragraph 7, article 5. If you use my likeness in any way, shape, or form, you must compensate me and consult me first. You mean that shit I'm not supposed to know?
yeah.
Fuck you and your bitch ass. And you know what I'm saying? If we
Judging
went in
books
this
by their
office,
covers.
yeah, if we went in this office, man, I mean, I give you a knuckle fucking bundle.
Right,
And
right.
so the meeting didn't obviously ended, and I was escorted out because I was like, really? And then he called some other people, which end up. But then the one company that signed me, I was signed with HBO, and I was also signed with Fox. I've done like a couple of deals, and they signed me anyway because I told them what he said.
I
They
mean,
said,
they're
well,
like, shit, we respect you even more now.
and then I faxed their quote. At the time, faxing was big.
Right, right.
I faxed their quote to them. I said, well, this is how much they offered me. I'm not dealing with them anymore. What do you want to do? And they were like, well, we can do this much. I went, you know what? Let's do it. And so I was lucky enough to do that.
Mm,
Um, that was back then I did the Jamie Foxx show because back
right.
then the Jamie Foxx show was actually big.
Hey, man, that's still one of the most underrated shows of all time.
See, you know what?
I'm glad HBO Max has it on there because a lot more people are getting to watch it now.
Right, right. But I'm telling
So
you,
it's very under. I've rewatched the whole series at least 2 times now since it's been on HBO Max, man. Because there's just something, you remember
it's
watching it,
funny, yeah.
but you miss so much funny stuff, man. Upon the second and
You know
third
what? I'm
rewatch.
going to I'm going to post on I have a couple clips from the different shows I've done.
Yeah,
I
you
think
need
I'm
to
gonna
post
post
it.
it on I'm gonna put it on Instagram, see if people will watch it. But
Reels,
I'm
reels. Yeah.
like, but the thing is with you is you being a younger comic and a
Mm-hmm.
younger brother, you have something if I had what they have now,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be monstrously big because I have a work ethic like a fucking fiend.
Mm-hmm.
But man, YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
TikTok,
Hey,
um,
man, I'm glad because I'm an '80s baby.
oh, okay.
I'm an '80s baby. So, but I'm glad I grew up in the era I did because I got to appreciate both sides of it. Because
Oh, I see what you're saying.
social media has helped because now I have 27.5 on TikTok. I have 40,000 on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? And this is
Right.
before I even got on stage.
So yeah, so you can use that as a tool. I hope that you
I
use it, man.
Hey man, every time I had a video go viral on TikTok, boom. Hey, I'm over here on
Right.
YouTube. Y'all check it out. I'm doing comedy. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? I try to just bring it, from all walks of life, and then it helps me too when I go do my stuff and I post it, getting out to see people, because your page, they got that reach now,
Yeah.
and you may have 20,000 followers, but your reach, like my reach a couple weeks ago was over 1.4 million. Like my
Yeah.
page was reaching, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, people are seeing it, regardless if they're hitting the like button or not. People are still seeing.
Well, I'm hoping that you get. You know what? I hope you get 2 million. I hope you get 2 million. I hope you get as many people as you can handle.
Yeah,
I hope
yeah,
and get on stage, man. Listen,
yeah.
I ain't no guru at this, but you ask any OG comic, you got to get up on stage and work the craft, man. You got to get up on
Right.
stage, and if you have a joke that you think is funny, like I wrote some stuff recently that I was joking with me and another comic, and they were like, "Yo, you need to go on stage and do that." I do it. It might work, it might not, but
I write it
luckily the
down,
joke
man.
works.
I write it down every time. I write
Write
it
it
down.
down, put it on stage. I see
Yeah.
comics that go, "Oh, I'm not gonna put that on stage." I'm go, "Nah, dude, you gotta try it. You gotta think of some of the stuff." Chris Rock was talking about this. He was doing the thing. There's black people and there's niggas. Have you ever heard that bit?
I've seen that one. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, which if you get a chance, y'all got to watch Bigger and
Bigger
Blacker
is blacker. Yeah, that's one of the top
and
sketches.
Bring the Pain. He killed it on that. So if you look at that, I watched how he worked that out. Now, obviously, Chris was already there, and I'm like a young buck compared to him on stage, at least. And man, when I say that was just some shit people were talking. It wasn't like, and he was like, "Oh, I need to." And he said it, and then it ended up being one of his bits.
Right.
Um,
Right.
I think that you should do that too. You should do
I
that as
will.
much as possible.
I appreciate all the advice, man, and gems you dropped today, man. This has been a great one, great episode, man. Before we get out of here, real quick, telling people where they can find you on social media and where they can find your special.
If y'all don't watch my special, if y'all don't watch my special, guess what? You will smell funny for the rest of your life. It's very
Forever.
forever. You will stink. No, my special is on Amazon, Apple TV, Tubi,
Mhm.
iTunes. It's called Shang is Shangri live in New York City. If you get a chance, you will laugh, you will watch it and be like, "Oh shit, I ain't never seen this dude. This dude's funny." And then you can see my other specials that's gonna be coming out. I'm gonna self-produce one in 2023, but I'm definitely going for Netflix. But even if I don't get Netflix, I will be putting one out through YouTube because YouTube is definitely a huge platform. I'm going to shoot it and put it out on YouTube.
Yeah, for
Also,
sure.
follow me on IG. It's Instagram. Instagram. It's on the IG. It's comedian Shang Shang, and my website is iamshang.com. Ain't a lot of brothers named Shang, so you'll be able to find me if you go iamshang.com.
You
Go to
got the
my
blue check.
website. And yes, I'm the one with the blue check because it's weird. People have been confusing it, and it's me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm the one with the blue check. So
That's what's
make
up,
sure you check
man.
it out. I appreciate it, man. And look, man, I got some promos I got to do today, and it was cool to take a break from that, man, and just talk to a budding super comic. If you stick with it,
Hey, man, I ain't got plans of going nowhere, man.
okay, good. Because no, I mean, I have to say that sometimes because people go, "Man, sometimes the shit I ain't getting no love." You gotta keep pushing, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've had like a couple times where I went up there and it wasn't, or I felt like, ooh, that was a bomb, and my homeboy was like, nah, no, you did all, but like, I felt like niggas can't fuck with me, and then the next one I was like, ooh,
Ooh,
yeah, I gotta
you,
go
you gotta
back and
get
shoot some more, like, yeah,
ooh, yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah. So
no,
yeah,
man,
man, I'm in there. I'm in there then.
but I hope that I hope you get everything from it. You got my information. You can
Hey,
always
man,
ask me.
I'm gonna be in your ear, man. Real talk.
No,
I'm gonna
ain't
be in your ear.
nothing wrong with that. I tell brothers that all the time. There was some young comics I was talking to about 3 weeks ago. and they were surprised that they could get at me. I'm like, no, I don't have. What do I have? Security? You could just literally hit me up.
Right.
And I'm going to do. One of them asked me to do a show for him because he wanted, he needs to get to build his name. I said, if I'm off, yeah, and I happen to be off, so I'm going to end up doing it for him the 13th of
Nice.
January. I have two other gigs, and then I'm going to Tulsa, uh, Philly, Tulsa, Philly, Oakland, and then yeah, I'm doing Oakland, California. So I'm Tulsa. Is it cold there?
It was cold yesterday, man. It'd be flip flopping. It'd be cold one day, hot the next day, man.
No, okay. But when I come to what part of Texas you in?
I'm in the Dallas Fort Worth area.
Oh, okay. So when I come to Dallas, you should come out, and then if you want to get a guest set to come up and do your thing, I do pretty
Hell
well in
yeah.
that. I do pretty well in Texas. So
Yeah,
even
man.
though I talk shit about them, because Waco's weird, and I think Killeen is weird.
Hey, man. Yeah, we could do a whole podcast on Killeen.
You said we could do. No, I mean I did shows there. Like,
You ain't never heard what Killeen stands for?
no.
Kill each and every.
Whoa. Okay.
You ain't never heard
Yeah.
it, man. It is fucked
Oh
up.
man, I was down there, and even as high yellow as I am, it was like, "What you doing outside the perimeter, Negro?"
Boy.
Yeah, a
I'm
lot of
telling
that.
you.
So,
The dark skinned white people are in trouble there, bro. I'm telling you shit.
yeah. So no, man. I mean, definitely. And thank y'all for whoever gets to see this. Please holler at me. Anybody, please support this brother. If you don't, your feet stinking. You don't love your baby Jesus.
You heard him. You heard him. You heard it, man. Another great episode, man. Cloud Chronicles. Comedian Shang, man. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good jazz, man. Go check out this man's special on Tubi and Amazon as well. So, hey, man, been another great episode, man.
Appreciate
We
it,
are
man.
up out of here. Peace. Stay blessed.